Greetings, Cash Flow Culture Club. This is Kevin Jefferson, the curator of the Cash Flow Culture Club, here with your trade theory for the week of February the 18th, 2025. Today is Tuesday, February 18th, and it's we had President's Day on Monday, so I'm delayed my analysis by one day just so that we could actually do some live market analysis. Although the markets were open yesterday, I just felt that it was probably a little bit more impactful to have the markets fully open, more volume in the market, more players, more people participating, so this would maybe make a little bit more sense for you. So we're going to start off with trading, actually looking at Bitcoin right now versus USD. So this is the daily chart right here, and Bitcoin is definitely trending downward. It's had three pushes down in a downtrend, had one trend of validation, and it's back short again. And I'll go down to the, actually I'm gonna go to the weekly first. That was the daily. The weekly, you can see the price has started its pullback. It's off of a level one short. Let me zoom in here a little bit and you can see that. So prices was pulling up, and this red candle right here created a trend of validation in a level one short. It went back high again and didn't close, and so another close below here, right around the 93, 653, 84, close below there, would definitely indicate a big possibility for a major move to the short side. And on the weekly chart, from a big picture standpoint, we're looking at price reaching around 71,400.41. So 71,000 is a range that is possible with this next movement downward. Now, it won't probably happen in a day. It normally happens over several weeks. So just look at that and keep an eye on that. I'm actually eyeing a downside target on Bitcoin over the long term. So let's look at the 4-hour chart. Let me scrunch this here and see what we can come up with. And so what we see here is prices move down. So we had a stake in the level one long here. So I zoom in. So we had this candle right here. We had a pullback, then an extension lower. So this is all actually part of a downtrend here. Multiple pushes lower, and it's inside here, so it hadn't quite closed below this point yet, but definitely bearish right now. So if I were to take a trade on this at all, I'd be shorting, i.e. selling Bitcoin right now. I would not be buying it right now. So that's my take on that. All right, we're going to move up to oil. I'm going to use West Texas Intermediate oil, crude oil, which they all pretty much track the same, but I'm just going to use that because that's the one I'm wanting to use today. So let me get my chart here. Every chart is going to have a different scale because of the pricing. So let me get the pricing right here, and then we can see what we got here. So I saw oil was not, it was moving lower some weeks ago because I was actually looking to buy into an ETF with oil, and I held off of it because I really thought that oil was going to have a little bit of a downside. But let me look at it on the weekly. So we had this market has been trending down. We had this one invalidation in the uptrend here, pullback, complex pullback, and a move up to the second level. And then at that point that broke down, and prices now, has it closed yet? It has not closed below this pullback point, has it? Let me look at it. Yes, it has. So going across to the right. So this is the pullback point I'm looking at before this next extension higher. And so after that absolute extension, we can look for a downside target. So we had a trend of validation here. 1, 2, 3 swings, 4 swings. And so it could, come back up, but it's all kind of trending below the market. So maybe over the next, week or so, the price could be pushing up a little bit, but it is showing higher highs a little bit, but I'm kind of more leaning towards price is going to fall. So let me go actually down to the lower time frames to see what it's saying. And prices, it's off of a level one long here, but right here, let me zoom in. Price is pulling back, down, up, down, and then this green candle closed above this pullback point. So it's technically in a level one long, but we know that is normally the least reliable level. So you want to not just use that as the only basis for taking your trade. You want to kind of get a little bit more context. And so going down to the 4-hour, what we have actually a level one long here, deep pullback, and this 70, let me see what that price is. The close here on that bottom part is 70.165. The close here is 70.185. So it's actually still in an uptrend there. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I was saying, price could actually move up over the next day or so because it is technically just in a level one long here. So price could move higher. We just have to watch it. But as far as I'm concerned, let me zoom back down one more time and kind of give you a little bit more clarity. What I see is prices apex, maybe grab some orders, and it may come back again and maybe tap up against this area here, maybe try to get up to here. It may even try to attempt another move higher, so we'd watch it. Being that it's in the level 1 long here, I wouldn't buy anything right now on this, but if I was going to be more conservative, let me go to the monthly chart and see what's going on over the long term. 1 month chart says scale down, and what we got here on the 1 month chart says that price is holding above this upward move. So it's holding above this pullback point here. So definitely would not necessarily make a move yet, but what I see is that price is probably going to, at some point it's going to fall. So I'm going to be mindful on this one, and I probably would take a short if I was going to do anything, but I'll probably stand aside because it's not moving very much. So I'd be short oil if I was doing anything right now, but as it stands right now, I would stand aside and just let it give me some clarity before I got into that. All right, so going to the metals, let's go to gold and see what gold is continuing higher. So somebody had a big, like a 3,500 upside target on there, which is not outrageous. Gold is continually moving higher. It's above the 21 EMA. It's starting to separate from there, so that means it's going to get some, probably going to get some momentum here. So the bottom line is gold is still bullish. You actually have an opportunity, oops, wrong way. You actually have an opportunity here on gold to that it will continue higher. So it's closing above this level here. May have a slight pullback down to maybe the 29, 27.92 area, but I'm bullish on gold, so I'd be buying gold right now for sure. It is just not showing any loss of steam. And with the uncertainty right now in the economic environment, particularly because of the political and the administrative changes that have happened, a lot of global uncertainty, a lot of uproar right now, people are probably moving to gold as a safety play. So that's probably going to continue to rise. So I definitely am long on gold, which I do have an ETF that tracks gold that I am in because I just believe that gold is going to continue higher. So all right, let me go to the indices. So we're going to start with the Dow 30. So we'll go to the US 30, which is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Go out to the monthly chart and see what's happening. Nothing there. Let's go to the weekly, which is probably a little bit more context. So the weekly chart says, zoom in, and what we've got is prices just stair-stepping its way up. We're in the level 1 long here, actually off of this, and it's above the 21 EMA. So price could pull back here. Be mindful of that. So there could be a move to the downside over the coming week or so, but it's definitely bullish right now. So going to the daily just to be a little bit clearer. Got all this downside that has not been addressed, so I would not be surprised if price started to drop a little bit on the Dow, but it is still above the 21 EMA, so be mindful of that as well. But what do we have? 1, 2, and maybe another third push down here before price did something, but we've got another, we do have some downside opportunity there. Let me go to the 4 hour because it's not giving a lot. And on the 4 hour chart, what we've got, we had this one big move down and price did not close above that. So it's actually in a downtrend. And so I'd probably be selling the Dow right now, seeing what I see. I'd be selling the Dow and looking for price to come back and maybe retest this area right here. So it could be down to 43,343 for as far as we know. Or price could actually get to 43.42, but nevertheless, there's still a lot of downside there. And I'd be short the Dow Jones right now. So going to NASDAQ, looking at that, price is in an uptrend, as you can tell here. It's pulling back off of an uptrend on the daily chart. Go out to the weekly chart, and price is still higher, pulling back off of there. One thing I see here is, I'm going to scroll in here. One thing I see here is the way the price is kind of coming up here. That means price may pull back a little bit, maybe retest the 21,771 area. So maybe wait for a pullback. But price is on the weekly is bullish, and on the daily it's bullish as well, although we have a slight pullback. So like I said, looking for a pullback maybe to the 21,911 area, maybe even lower, 21,700 or so, 21,714 to be specific. So after this, pullback that may happen over the next couple of days, I'd be looking for the market to turn around and continue long on the NASDAQ 100. And then finally, the S&P 500. What we've got here is a similar situation. So let me go out to the weekly, and the weekly chart. We'll scroll in and get this in order so you can see it. Okay, you can see the prices continuing to move up, but now we had a trend invalidation here, and then price popped right back up here, and it's continuing higher. So may have a slight pullback on this as well. That's a weekly chart, but when it's all said and done, what we've got is it's actually showing bullish behavior for sure. So definitely bullish on the S&P 500 as well. Maybe a slight pullback in the short term, but it's definitely bullish. So I'd be buying the indices right now, and I hope that's helpful for you guys. So like I said, crypto's falling, gold is rising, oil is set to fall, and then the indices are rising. Except for I think the Dow had a little downside opportunity. Maybe that want to fall a little bit, but generally speaking, everything is looking like it wants to move higher. So just be mindful of that, and I hope that helps you guys. And if you need anything, shoot me a message and we'll talk about it. And until next time, happy trading.